2:36 p.m. ET for the Oakland Raiders to contend for the playoffs this season. Here are the 5 players who can help make that happen. Derek Carr, quarterback. As Carr goes, so go the Raiders. It truly is as simple as that. In 2016, Carr had the Raiders off to a 12-3 start, then broke his leg on a sack but still finished tied for third in NFL MVP voting. Last season, a shell-shocked Carr suffered 3 broken bones in his back in Week 4 and played unevenly after missing 1 game. His total QBR dropped from 54.6 in 2016 to 47.2 in 2017, and Oakland is a combined 6-12 since Carr's leg injury, including a playoff loss. One of Jon Gruden's all-time favorite pupils in his QB Camp series, Carr gets the real deal with Gruden now. Marshawn Lynch, running back. Lynch was the Raiders' best offensive player in the second half of the season, after he got his legs back following a 1-year retirement and a 1-game suspension for making contact with an official during a skirmish against the Chiefs. Lynch, who still runs as hard and with as much ferocity as ever, had 625 of his 891 rushing yards in games 9-16, as well as 5 of his 7 rushing TDs. While his mere presence should set up the play-action passing game quite nicely, his pass-catching ability out of the backfield will make him more valuable in Gruden's offense. But will his freewheeling personality mesh with the decidedly old-school Gruden? Paging Doug Martin. We asked our NFL Nation beat reporters to identify the 5 players on each roster who will be vital in helping their team try to win Super Bowl 53. Key players in 2018. More NFL coverage. Amari Cooper, receiver. As breathtaking as Cooper is when he is running free in the open field after hauling in a pass, he is just as frustrating for fans and coaches alike with his inconsistency and injuries. Take away his Week 7 performance against the Chiefs. 11 catches, 210 yards, 2 TDs, and Cooper's 2017 season boils down to a pedestrian 37 catches, 470 yards and 5 TDs. Gruden is obviously counting on a bounce-back season from Cooper, as Gruden said he would be a focal point of the Raiders' rebuilt passing offense, a centerpiece of the entire offense. Maybe Cooper should room with Carr in training camp again, as they did in 2016. To reignite that chemistry. Khalil Mack, edge rusher. Let Gruden explain the importance of Mack. One of the main reasons I came here, Gruden said, was to coach that man. And yet, Gruden has yet to meet Mack, who has stayed away from the team throughout the off-season program and mandatory minicamp while awaiting a contract extension. The Raiders realize that as brilliant as Mack, the 2016 NFL Defensive Player of the Year and 2015 First-Team All-Pro both defensive end and outside linebacker, can be, he needs help, which is why they moved Bruce Irvin to defensive end and drafted 2 pass-rushing defensive tackles in Morris Hurst and P.J. Hall. Still, there will be a learning curve for Mack, who has 40.5 career sacks and 185.5 QB pressures. Once he shows up. Gareon Conley, cornerback. A healthy Conley, he missed all but 2 games last year with a shin injury that required surgery, is a boon to Oakland and equates to the Raiders having 2 first-round picks this season. Conley is expected to solidify the left cornerback spot, with free agent signee Rashaan Melvin on the right side. If all works to plan, the coverage helps the pass rush, and vice versa. Conley impressed in his NFL debut, giving up 1 catch, for 8 yards, on 2 targets and 28 pass snaps against the Jets, per Pro Football Focus. Man, is he a good player, Gruden said. When he's feeling good, you can see why we picked